Hello, everybody. I am Monkeypuzzle, and this is episode 24, playing the Direwolf20 FTB mod pack for Minecraft 1.7.10 here on the Primus server. And I've got a neat thing to do with you guys today. Hopefully it's going to work out good. I'm standing in front of the runic altar here, all ready to make a rune, the name of which I forget, actually, because I set it up yesterday and that didn't work. Let's try that again. There we go. Let's see if I can do it while like this. That big block is in my face. Woo! Let me see what rune we got. This is, remember the name of it. Where'd it go? Give me that. Oh, I put it back on. Huh, that's funny. Okay, let's get it back. The Rune of Wrath. Yes, that's what it is. And this is going to make a flower called Heisei Dream. And what this flower does in Botania is it makes mobs fight one another. And I thought, hey, this is a great idea for a mob arena. You can call it sort of a mob farm, but I think it's going to be more for entertainment value than utility. I do need a mob farm, like for regular mobs, just a source of bones and zombie flesh and that kind of stuff, which I need occasionally. I actually borrowed some bones from Enfuego not too long ago because I really don't have a constant source of that. But yeah, I think this is going to be more fun than anything. So let's see if we can get this set up today. I've got a few things ready to go. First thing I need to do is make the actual flower. So let's do that. And there's a couple other flowers I want to try to make too. Oh, and I'm so silly. I don't make it on here. I make it in here. So let me try that again. Throw in the petals for the whole thing. It takes quite a bit, but it seems like it's a pretty cool flower. So we need one of these in there as well. And then let me grab some seeds. And don't mind the warp that happens. And actually want to have a little discussion about warp, but I don't know if this is the time to do it. So there it is, the two flowers fighting one another. That's pretty cute. The Heisei Kowarete. So it sounds Japanese, I think. I have no idea. And there's probably some reference to it that I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be the focus of today's project. The two other flowers I had in mind, I've got all set up, ready to go here. We don't need that for now. The first one here, this is called Tangleberry, I believe. And what this does is it keeps mobs stuck within a certain radius. And I'm not sure exactly what that radius is. Oh, and I forgot to do something here. I thought I had this set up so smooth, but once you start recording, all kinds of stuff happens. And I'm focusing on you guys and not on what I'm doing. But anyway, excuses. There it is. Now it's full. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to need to use this one or not, but I thought it was a cool addition for the project. Let's see if I put everything in there. Yep. So there it is. That's the Tangleberry. So that's cool. And then a third flower that might come in handy for this project is right here. Here's the stuff to make it with. And this is called the Vinculatus. Did I need all of those? I think I did, yeah. The Vinculatus, what it does is it keeps Endermen from teleporting. Well, it doesn't necessarily keep them from teleporting, but what it does is when they teleport, they end up teleporting to the Vinculatus. And there's quite a bit of stuff in there. Bam. And there it is. So totally an extra utils ripoff. So that might come in handy if we have an Enderman leak in the project. So I think that's most of the Botania stuff that we needed, all made and ready to go. So let's run over to the village spawn village downtown and check out what we're going to do down here. So yep, there's the beacon and the Tinker's Smeltery and the wand recharging dojo and the project to be. So I was here, I got a lot of stuff set up. I set up a programmer here with this big old program, which I actually could have made longer, but I'm already way down into my inventory doing it. There's an update apparently for Pneumaticraft. It didn't come out with this update of the Direwolf20 pack. And I'll probably have to wait till 1.0.4 to get that, but it actually has a bigger area to program with and scrolling, which would be really cool. So there's that. And what else? Let me see. I've been also playing with the different blocks I want to use. I put an outline of it already here. I didn't want to do that. I was going to just let the drones build it and let you guys see the shape as it manifested. But I could only make the program so long. I could have put this in the program, but I didn't have space. And it's a lot easier to put this now under these before they get put down. And let me see. Yeah, so I was trying to choose blocks for it. I think I figured out what I'm going to use, but you guys get to see my process here. Let me see. Let me clear out a little space. We'll just put the flowers in here for now. And yeah, the rest of this can stay on me. But these were the different blocks I was thinking about using for the roof. Let me just try them all here. Get some in my inventory. And so yeah, I was just playing around with the wand of equal trade, which is great for this kind of stuff because you can just select the block and check out and see what it looks like. That was actually my second favorite, even though it's like kind of garish and industrial. I thought that was really cool, but I'm trying to pick something that kind of matches Spawn. We've got, you know, grays and whites and woods, and the garish metal doesn't quite go. These are chiseled iron blocks, by the way. That one was pretty cool too. I liked that a lot. It goes with the black dark glass, which is going to keep the light out of there. But yeah, that was a little too much. And then actually my third favorite was the marble that my tower is made out of. But it's just a little boring, and we've done that. And we could just check out the rest. I'm going to show them all to you in case you guys think I should have used another block. Oh, I just changed that. Oh, well. Well, we can put that back down and check it out. And then if you think I should have used another block, I still can, because it's going to be easy as that to change it. Yeah, using some of the Tyrian blocks. That was a Tyrian block too. This is actually one of my favorites. This is just chiseled smooth stone. But I thought that was maybe a little too busy for here. And it is a mob spawner, or it will be. So I thought that might be appropriate. That's chiseled mossy cobblestone. And another pattern, I forget the name of it. That's aligned mossy cobblestone bricks. But I think we'll use that on the inside. Here's another chiseled mossy cobble. That one's a little bit more subtle. I like it. But again, in the past. And then holy stone. I almost used that. This is a chiseled holy stone. A holy stone is a chisel block. It's looking pretty good. I guess I don't have quite enough. Oh, there it is. But again, too busy. I thought about this one. I thought that could almost do it. It's nice because it's got patterns on the sides and not on the top. Almost did that. I don't know if the sparklies can create render lag or not. CatDog used this block over here on the bridge, and I think it looks pretty good. And we kind of match the theme that way. So I could switch out for that. And then just wrapping it up, we got some chiseled marble here, which I always liked this particular chiseled marble. But yeah, it's busy again. Not quite what I was looking for. So I think I'm finally going to settle with the living rock. Because, oh, do I not have that on me? I don't. But I do have these ones on me. I'm going to do the living rock brick, I think. Because it looks... Didn't quite catch it there. There we go. Because it looks more like a building material. But it's got the whites, which are... And the browns, which kind of are a cross between, you know, the quarried block look or the aluminum and the wood. Kind of combines them all in here, but it's a different block that no one has built with in Spawn yet. I know CatDog Pig Duck uses this block a lot back way over there. But yeah, I think that's my choice, just so you guys can see the difference. Let's try it once with the straight up living rock. And now if you guys think I should have made another design choice, you've seen them all, and you can tell me what you think. We could also just do it with the raw, unblocked living rock like that. So yeah, let me just clean up my inventory real quick, and we're going to go ahead and do this. So if I programmed everything right, let me see, let's just clean up here as well. Let's get this all out of the way. Get a nice, clean working space. Ready to go. Put all my toys away in the box. This is just my everything box for all the things I'm going to need for this project. Grab this stuff. It actually might be a good time for the ring of magnetization. Just grab all that stuff. And there. Okay. And let's get everything out of my inventory one more time, because I'm going to need lots of inventory space as we go along. So yeah, if I did everything right, I can just gonna throw down the drones and we'll be ready to go. One thing though is that Blizzard Penguin Sheep Farm here, as you might have noticed, is right in the way. Well, I'm in the way of it actually, because it came first. But I talked to Blizzard and he hasn't been using it for a while. So he said we're good to go if I want to disassemble it for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save 2 sheep for him in case he needs to set up another one. And then we're going to grab the stuff. This is just full of red wool. And I'm going to move it all off to the side here somewhere. I maybe just put it down here. So Blizzard, if you're watching. Oh, where's that zombie at? About to come down probably. I'm ready for you. Anyway, yeah, let's put your stuff down in here. And then you'll be able to come get it. Oop. And let's put a chest down too. Stuff. And we'll put some things in there. And let me go grab the rest of that and finish cleaning up that sheep farm. Where is that zombie? There you are. Hello. You got a nice hat. I already have that hat though. I like that one. Okay, so yeah, we just need to grab this. And then let me grab my wrench. Right here. And we can pull the rest of this stuff out of here. And break this. That's his photovoltaic cell. If that breaks with a wrench. It does. And then the sheep. The rest of you guys and gals, you can go free. Go forth. Wander, spawn. Start families. Eat grass. Stretch your legs. You are now liberated. You have been sheared enough. And now you are free sheep. Unless someone else catches or kills you. Whee! That was fun. Let me just put the rest of this stuff away. Okay. So that's ready to go. Oh yeah. And we go, hey critter. What is up? And I think we're good. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't need this right now. And that, so we can get rid of it. And now's the time for the big test. And Brink was on too. I didn't even see him on. Or I guess I assumed that he was still in Fuego, who I'd already said hi to. Let's say hey to Brink too. We're a very nice, friendly, social server here. What's up, Brink? And let me just get rid of that. The rest of this is going to be okay. So yeah, I moved the whole pneumaticraft setup over here. Even got an air compressor ready to go with pressure and everything. I don't know if they're going to need to recharge or not, but I figured I might as well get ready for it. And so I am. So these drones, I think, are all programmed and ready to go with this big old program. And they're going to draw from these 2 chests right here. So this chest is full of the living rock bricks, probably way more than I need. And this chest is full of the dark glass. So here is the moment of truth. Let's see if I can throw these down and they get to work. And I gave them a fairly complex program, like I said, as much as I could fit in there. So one of the first things they're going to do is dig out this area. And I put down 4 of them. Now let's turn my magnet off. Here, can we just switch out for the ring of far reach? So yeah, we're going to have kind of a recessed area for the mobs to be in. And I did 4 drones just so that the work would happen quicker. And also, I wasn't going to set up a recharge station here, and I thought with 4 drones, they might have enough pressure together to do it all. And there's some water under here. I think some of this lake got covered over by some of the land forming done by some of the guys recently, so we'll have to clean that up a little bit as we go. But yeah, so as these guys do their work, I can talk a little bit more about what I'm trying to do. So somewhere in here, I'm going to place the flower, the Heisei Dream, and it's going to make the mobs fight each other. So I won't need a grinder or golems or an autonomous activator with a weapon in it to try to... You don't want to be in there, trust me, to try to kill them. I think they're going to grind themselves, and I haven't quite worked out where I'm going to put the flower so they don't grief it. And as I was doing this, I was realizing it's going to be more complicated than I was thinking at first, because we're going to have to, what am I trying to say? There's going to be creepers in there, and they're going to be exploding. Now they're doing a little cleanup operation after they dig. So they dig that out, and then they should come and clean the rest of this up. They didn't quite finish the job. So, but now they're going to go ahead and start building the thing. So we're getting a pyramid of the living rock bricks, and these were just added in the update in new Metacraft. This shape didn't exist before, and so that's a new shape that was added, and the cylinder, you can see it's going to be below, was also added. So they're doing a great job. They're throwing that together right away, and I'm a little mad at them for not doing the full cleanup job. Not quite sure why that didn't happen, but that's no biggie. Yeah, and they're going to finish that out. Let me just get rid of this junk. Put it in there. Yeah, and we'll continue watching them. So yeah, now they've moved on to the dark glass. And, this didn't quite work out either. They didn't finish doing it, and I'm not sure why. Might have to run them through the program again. Oh, here they come. Okay, they're doing several operations at once, so that's cool. Excellent. It's going to have to fire them and get some new drones, but apparently not. So yeah, they're throwing this all together, so this way the whole thing can get built in just a few minutes on camera, rather than me trying to have to place all the blocks with you guys watching. And that's already the bulk of the thing, so I think that's pretty good. You know, it's not the most interesting thing, but it's not bad. And I want to, I'm going to embellish it as we go along and decorate it. Yeah, I'm going to cut at some point and do some of that stuff, and just do it over time as well. And yep, they have finished. They're all programmed that when they're done, they're supposed to just come here and hang out. They're supposed to have emptied their inventory of what they didn't use and put it back in here. So that's cool. And they're still kind of going back and forth and pulling and putting back. Oh, okay, that's a bug in the program, because when there's no clear way to end the program, and so they can't dig anymore, they can't place anymore, but they can still keep picking up from the inventory and putting back. So yeah, at some point hopefully they'll put a way to end the program, or I'll think of a clever way to get them to end, because really I wanted them just to be all floating here when they're done. But there it is. There is the building for the arena. So let me just grab this pneumatic wrench, and I'll end things for them. You guys are done. Hold still. That's all you got to do. So yeah. Alright, so that's that. I can put them back. Thank you, drones. You did your job. And next, I got to build a little bit more that was a little too hard for them to program. Oops, I don't want to do that. And I want to figure out how the whole mob generation system is going to work. I think I'm going to use cursed earth and fans. So we'll see how that goes. I've got some red alloy wire. I've also got some lights here, some purple lamps to match the cursed earth to turn the thing on and off. And I think that's most of what I'm going to need for now. So you can go back in. And oh yeah, let's make ourselves an entrance in and out. So I got a bunch of this dark ethereal glass. And let me see, I've got 4 times 8. So, oh, and this is actually uneven. See, let me see. That would take, if I did that, that would take 9. So I'd actually need to go make a little bit more, which I can do. So let's put that on here. And this keeps light out just like the dark glass. But we can walk through it, but the mobs can't. So that's pretty cool. And I'll do that on the other 4 sides in a bit. Just gather those back together. But let me see. I got to do a couple things in here. One, you notice that this isn't touching the roof so well. But in here, what I wanted to do was build another layer in here. That's going to be the ceiling. And inside this pyramid is going to be the mob spawning space. So let's see how that goes. Let me grab my builder's wand at this point and see if we can just finish this off real quick. That way, that's pretty close, almost there. Let's see, we might need to finish off the last bit from the inside. Oh, and it's nice and dark in here as well. I actually realized that I may not have needed to make this so dark because I could just keep it dark up here at this point. Originally, I was going to have them on Cursed Earth, but then I realized the whole thing with the creepers was going to mess that up. There we go. And then let's just open up the center a little bit more. I believe I got the right center here. Yeah. And so up here, I want to place Cursed Earth all up in here. It won't be a huge spawning area, but this isn't meant to be the most efficient mob farm either. It's just meant to make enough mobs to create a little entertainment down here for everybody watching the mobs fight one another.